In today's tutorial, we're going to model Calatrava's Oculus World Trade Center Transportation Hub. This is located in New York, and it's in the location where the World Trade Centers were. And this is actually a train station for the transportation in New York. So I actually wanted to show you how we can create these ribs and what's the easiest way to create a structure like this. So as you can see here, they seem that they're symmetrical, but they have the opposite orientation here. So for example, this is the longest rib here, and then they go from that side to this side to the shortest, and here is the opposite. So the principle that we will use is we're going to model this first element here, and then we're going to mirror it on the middle, and then we're going to create the top, and then we will use the then we will create the ribs based on the geometry. So let's get started. So let's start. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to import this one small image that I found that will help me to get the overall base plate, and I will basically cut it to have it only the things that I need, like this. And I will also draw overall boundaries of the model to have it approximately there. Now let's increase this, and of course let's mirror it. Sorry, let's rotate it. So let's go to rotate. Let's take this middle, rotate it like this until we get the shape that is all right. And let's increase it a little bit more. All right, so something like this. So now I will just log this, and I will use I'll use this outline to have it roughly drawn out so that I have my base. Actually, maybe it's better to use a different command. Let's use ellipse. So now I'm using the ellipse tool to get approximately this shape, and yeah, it's not gonna be perfect, but we can refine it later on. So I think this is all right. More or less, we need to stretch it a little bit here. For example, let's take these two, let's spread them out, and let's take these two as well. Spread them out. Okay, so now we don't need this anymore. We can delete it, unlock it, and delete it. So we have the base here. Yeah, that's all right. Let's check it. Let's go to the middle, midpoint, and midpoint here also. Okay, so let's say that this is our middle. And this will be, let's say 96, that's approximately what it says. And now we're going to create this shape here using T-splines. So first thing, I'm going to also approximately create this guy, but of course this will be changed later on. Let's see. This I will say extract wireframe, because I just need the lines, and this I will cap, and the top I will scale down. Again, I'll just use this as a reference, so don't worry about it yet. And now let's log this. Actually, let's lock everything, and let's draw this plane. Like so. And now I'm going to play around with it and stretch it out to get the similar shape like this. Okay, so once we have this geometry, that is basically our shell of the model. We'll go to the side view, and then we'll create some kind of curve that will represent our cut line, and we'll use this line to later cut the ribs. So let's say that it's something like this. And now we'll go to extrusion, and let's see how it will look. Yeah, I think we'll be fine like this. Just one more thing I'm going to do. I'm going to bring up a little bit some of these points because I can see that they are interfering here with the geometry. So just a quick small fix. Okay. So we'll use this line, and then we're going to basically create here a cut line, and now we're going to do basic split. Of course, first we need to let's convert this to Rhino geometry, but first I'm going to copy it, and I'm going to move it to another layer. And now we can transform all of this to Rhino geometry, and we'll just click right click here, and let's do the split with this plane. So now we have this. Okay, and then we'll use the same thing for the other side, but in this case this will be reversed. So I'm going to mirror it here, and I'm going to mirror it again on this side, this time without copying. So now you can see that I have this like so. So in this case, I'm going to actually convert this back T-splines. So now we just need to modify this top part to get the same kind of shape here. Alright, so once we have this one wing, we can just mirror it on the opposite side. And let's use the copy here. And on this side, let's mirror it here. And now we have basically we have them connected. Now, of course, they're not meeting in the middle, but we can correct this later on. So now we're just going to use let's unlock everything. Let's cut it. So I'm gonna create one line here. That will be my cut line. And I'm going to extrude this here. And I'm gonna do the same on the other side. And let's do the split. And let's cut them with these planes. And let's take off the axis geometry. And let's hide these lines for now, we don't need them anymore. So now, once we have this base geometry, the next thing would be to basically multiply this a lot of times. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this. I'm going to approximate the number of ribs, and then I will copy this plane. So, for example, let's say that this will be let's check 8, and let's do the copying. Okay, so once we have this, let me scale it down a little bit to have it exactly the same, like so. And what we can do now is basically do the intersection. Let's use intersect two sets, and let's select these guys as one set and these guys as the other set. And now we have these curves that we'll use. So now I will just I'll just quickly connect them here in the middle, and then we'll continue with creation of the ribs elements. So now once I have these lines closed, I'll just use these elements here on the side. I'll just show you this for one single element, and then I'll do on the rest. So I can see that this curve here is not quite, didn't turn out very well, so I'll just quickly fix it. Like so. And for example, once I'm happy with this, I'll just close it off here. Of course, it depends now how you want to have it the top, but for now, like, let's say that this is fine. And once I'm done with this, I'm going to close it, and I'm going to offset it 0.1, let's say 0.8, let's say 3, so something like this. And now I have one rib here, and I'm just gonna say planar surface, and that will be a single rib. And now I can say offset surface as well, and let's say 1, and this will be a single one. So now, of course, I'm going to do the same thing for the rest of them, and then I will show you how it turned out. So this is the final rendering. Hope that you enjoyed it, and if you have any questions for me or comments or suggestions for any future videos, please put them down in the comment section below. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel and share it with somebody who can benefit from it. Until the next time, see you and take care.